Hey everyone, welcome back. You ready for another deep dive? Today, we're strapping in for a wild ride with Beast, a Tamil action thriller that hit screens back in 2022.
Sounds intense.
Yeah, and we're going to be using a review from MovieKaTicket as our roadmap. They seem pretty impressed, calling it thrilling and action-packed, even giving a nod to some surprising emotional depth.
I always appreciate a good action flick with a bit of heart.
Me too. So let's get right into it. The review kicks off with a plot that'll grab your attention right off the bat. We've got Vera Raghavan, an ex-RAW agent. Basically, India's elite special forces.
Okay, so we're already starting with a highly skilled protagonist.
You got it. And he finds himself smack dab in the middle of a hostage situation. And where is this hostage situation taking place, you ask?
Somewhere dangerous, I'd imagine. An embassy? Maybe a government building?
Nope, even more chaotic. Try a bustling Chennai mall. Talk about a high-stakes scenario.
Wow, that's a setting you don't see every day. A hostage situation in a crowded mall. This Vera guy's got his work cut out for him.
Oh, and of course there's a twist. Turns out, this is no ordinary hostage situation. It's all connected to a much larger conspiracy. We're talking government secrets, shadowy organizations, the whole nine yards.
Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. So we're not just dealing with a straightforward rescue mission here. There's a whole deeper layer of intrigue.
Exactly. The deeper Vera digs, the more he uncovers. It's like peeling back layers of an onion, except each layer is more dangerous than the last.
And from what I'm gathering, it sounds like Vijay, who plays Vera, brings some serious acting chops to the table.
You're right on the money. Vijay's a huge name in Tamil cinema, known for his charismatic, larger-than-life roles.
Yeah, those action heroes. But this time, it sounds like there's more to his character than meets the eye.
Absolutely. The review mentions that Vera is dealing with PTSD, which adds a whole other dimension to his character.
Now, that's interesting. It's not often you see that kind of vulnerability portrayed in a typical action hero. Makes you wonder how they weave that into the story.
It does. And of course, no action movie would be complete without a love interest. Enter Preeti, played by Pooja Hegde.
Gotcha. Is she just there to be the damsel in distress, or does she have some agency in the story?
Well, the review doesn't dive too deep into her character, but they do point out her compassion as a defining trait. It makes me think she might be more than just a pretty face caught in the crossfire.
I hope so. Strong female characters are always a welcome addition to any genre. But let's be real, we're all here for the action. What does the review have to say about that?
Oh, they definitely don't hold back on the praise. They call the action sequences stylishly shot and adrenaline pumping. You could practically feel the intensity leaping off the screen.
I can only imagine. I bet Vijay brings his A-game to those scenes.
Oh, absolutely. They specifically call out his stealthy maneuvers, like he's some kind of ninja, and his combat skills are described as well choreographed.
So it's not just mindless explosions and car chases.
Sounds like they put in real thought into those fight scenes. But amidst all the chaos and explosions, there's a deeper layer to Beast that I found intriguing. The review touches upon themes of patriotism and sacrifice, suggesting there's more to this film than just pure action.
Oh, now that adds another layer to it. So it's not just about one man's fight for survival, but maybe a reflection on something bigger.
Exactly. Makes you wonder how deeply they explore those themes. Do they just skim the surface, or do they really delve into the complexities of duty and sacrifice? What do you think?
It's a good question. I'm always a fan of films that make you think, even if they are action-packed thrill rides.
Same here. And it does raise the question, what elevates an action movie from being just a fun watch to something truly impactful?
For sure. Is it pure adrenaline, or is it that ability to make you think about something bigger, something you might not have considered before?
Yeah, like a punch to the gut, but for your brain.
Exactly. And while the review is pretty positive overall, it does point out some areas where Beast might stumble.
Ah, so it's not a perfect masterpiece.
Seems like no film is, right? They mention the pacing isn't always consistent. Some parts might drag a bit, while others feel rushed.
Yeah, I can see how that could be jarring for the viewer. You want that flow to keep you on the edge of your seat the whole time.
Exactly. They also critique some of the plot elements, saying they feel a bit forced or predictable.
That's always a bummer. Like, you can see the plot twists coming a mile away.
Right. And finally, they point out a lack of deep exploration into the character's motivations.
Okay, so we get a taste of Vera's internal struggles with PTSD, but perhaps it's not explored as thoroughly as it could be.
That's what it sounds like. And it makes me wonder, does the film handle that sensitive topic with care, or does it feel exploitative?
That's a really important point to consider. It's a fine line to walk.
Definitely. But despite these shortcomings, the review ultimately concludes that Beast delivers exactly what fans of commercial Tamil cinema expect.
So it's a popcorn flick, meant to entertain and thrill, not necessarily to revolutionize the genre.
Pretty much. It's all about those high-stakes situations, the intense action, and the unforgettable moments that keep you glued to the screen.
Sounds like a fun way to spend an evening. But it also leaves us with a question to ponder.
Hit me with it.
Does a film's focus on pure entertainment value outweigh its shortcomings in plot or character development? Where do we draw the line between a good action movie and a great one?
That's the million-dollar question. I guess it all comes down to what we value as viewers. Do we prioritize spectacle and thrills, or are we looking for something more thought-provoking?
I think there's room for both, but it's a conversation worth having.
Absolutely. And on that note, we'll leave you to ponder that question.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Beast. Until next time.
See ya!